The drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on.
With desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Hunt. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Now it's Hunt. And an alley to run. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
No. Check. Patriot.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And a short gain here down to the 22. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Watch him now, Barney.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And Bullock will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Check 3.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Let's go. White 90. White 90. Ohio.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90! Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check 3, check 3! I got him, on me, on me!
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Simon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So now 2 pick-sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number 1, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one. and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and it's second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Now let's go! Blue line it! Blue line!
Now back to throw. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
All right, now,
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Hunt. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it here with Hunt. He finds some open field here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
A first down carry for Henry. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Powers through. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Bullock will put this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Look at this spin.
Balance.
And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A huge play there for Denver. Give him 55 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game. And it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. First downs.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back to Denver right after this. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Allen has it left side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jones. Ooh, with a juke. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll set up a throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Ohio! Ohio!
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Detroit!
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
We got three.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run it with West. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Switch.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Flex round! Flex round! Watch the edge! Motion! Motion!
And on the ground they go with the running back. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Check 37! Check 37!
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Simon. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Flex round! Flex round! 3 down. Bang! Bang!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Hey, watch it, watch it! Ohio! Ohio! 57's Mike. Mike 57. Flex round! Flex round! Come on out here, come get some. Come get some. Come out here, come get some. He don't want it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Check 43. Check 52. No, off.
Now a toss play. This is Mack. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll look to throw here. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
We got three, fella.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
3-19.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Hut.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
57 the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Ohio. Ohio. Hut. Hut.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19. first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ohio! Ohio! Motion, motion, motion.
Right back to him on first down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vontaze Burfict. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Take your soft stuff back to huddle. Soft stuff back to huddle.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go, here we go. Motion, motion.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Here we go.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Go, go. Kill, 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 kill.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Simon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
And they'll run it here. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Ohio! Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
On third down, it's Mack. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Chargers getting set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The last time we saw 7 in 2001, right? Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8. Are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38. 6 guys. Flex round. Flex round. Shift. Dash, go now! Flex round! Let him know.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down. Let's go. What? 90. What? 90. 51 to Mike. Hey.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Denver, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the...
From the producers of Avatar comes a groundbreaking cinematic event that demands to be seen on the biggest screen you can find. Alita Battle Angel, rated PG-13.